The FIM S2 European Supermoto Championship returned to action for the first time in 2017, with the opening round of the season at Ottobiano, Lombardia. Five-time world champion Thomas Chareyre starts as favourite once again. However, Marc-Reiner Schmidt, the only rider to take wins away from Chareyre last year, is expected to be the main challenger for the title. But make no mistake though, as there are a host of other riders all waiting in the wings, ready to stir up a surprise or two as well. Short start straight here at Ottobiano at the Pista South Milano, but we're into a sweeping right that turns almost back on itself before straightening up and then heading through this left turn. Short straight through the left, entering the off-road section over a ski jump and then into the banked right. Exit there over the small step-up jump and then into a tabletop. Then we head through this next turn into a series of waves, and at the end of the straight the riders pull a 180, heading back in the opposite direction over a small single and then into this bank left 90 degrees, takes the riders over a small step up and through there onto the asphalt again, turning right through a double apex of sorts, but then back onto the nice smooth tarmac down the straight. And then at the end of here we have a double apex left. As the riders think about sitting it up, there's a quick flip-flop or two. And then over onto the side of the tyre again, continuing through this turn. Another little chicane. And then we have a long right, down a long straight. Again, we just kink slightly to the right, kiss the curb. Through there, right, left, then right, down the back straight. And then this leads us to the final turn, sweeping through the right-hander, back onto the start-finish straight to start another lap here at Ottobiano.
This is the third year with this team, the third time I do the European Championship. I'm back from an injury last year, but now I feel okay, I feel better and everything is okay with my wrist. The team is doing a good job. We find the perfect setup between the off-road and the asphalt section. Huge thanks to Max Gazzarata because we did a great job this winter with the cross and supermoto preparation. I'm keen on the track. Ottobiano is one of the most beautiful tracks in the world, and I think the off-road part is very hard to go fast, but I want to do my best.
Questo è il terzo anno consecutivo con il Gazza Racing Team.
Well, it's my third year in a row now with Gazza Racing Team, and we've developed a good bike in the past 3 years with my teammate Lorenzo Promutico. We hope to reach our target that we've set at the beginning of the season, and that is to be inside the top 10. Hope to put in a good performance in this first race at Ottobiano, as it's the track that we're most familiar with, where we've performed our first test, and I hope to achieve the goals we set for his first race.
Getting into the team, it's a new team, Gazza Racing, very good team, learning everything and very good teacher, Mark's team manager. The new Honda 2017, it's a really good bike, awesome bike. but still it needs suspension work. We have doing a lot of testing, and yeah, we're getting closer to the perfect setup. And for this race, try to get through and try to get a good result. It's first race, everybody's nervous. It's new for everybody again, and we'll see how it goes. I hope it goes well.
Down on the grid then, and Diego Monticelli, number 68, preparing himself for the race ahead. Fourth in time practice on his TM. Pavel Kejmar just ahead of him, second in time practice on the number 71 machine, and Lorenzo Promutico, 256. He was fifth in time practice, so he starts in the middle of row 2. Almost go time here then, just a sighting lap to take care of. But it'll be Thomas Chareyre who starts the new season from pole position for TM, with Pavel Kejmar lining up alongside him. Marc-Reiner Schmidt rounds out the front row, putting the SWM on the front row at the first attempt. Row 2 sees Diego Monticelli, Lorenzo Promutico and Edgardo Borella. Just listen to Marc-Reiner Schmidt trying to psych himself up before the lights go out here for S2 race 1. Charging down into the first turn. Looks like it's a good start for the two TMs, but there, just behind them, Marc-Reiner Schmidt on that new machine. Trying to carve his way through early. Constantly shouting underneath that helmet. You can pick that up from our onboard camera. But he's in fourth place at the moment, heading into the dirt section. But it's Thomas Chareyre leading the way from Pavel Kejmar there at 71. Here's Milan Sitniansky. He's in fifth place at the moment, just behind Reiner Schmidt and Diego Monticelli. See how hard Reiner Schmidt is trying to work there in the red to find his way past the Italian. There's Sitniansky, then Bussei. But Chareyre and Kejmar trying to pull clear at the moment in the early stages of this race as everybody else charges on through. Quick glimpse there of the number 20 of Edgardo Borella. He's in 8th place at the moment on the SWM, so teammate to Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Circuit, the riders know very, very well indeed, but Reiner Schmidt looking for a way through on the Italian, number 68, Diego Monticelli. Throttle control absolutely imperative through here. You don't want the back end to light up and spit the riders off, but these guys all too seasoned and know exactly what they're doing around here. Back with Sitniansky, still there in 5th place. See, he's got a bit of a gap to make up to Marc-Reiner Schmidt and Diego Monticelli. Again, just feathering his way here. Beautiful conditions here today, perfect for a little bit of supermoto racing. Slight gap now starting to appear at the head of the field. The third, though, still pretty tense there in the background, involving the 68 of Monticelli and the 41 of Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Pretty much as they started the race so far. You can see how dry and slick it is. You can hear how gentle they are on the revs through that off-road section. Marc-Reiner Schmidt just starting to pick up the power there. 68 of Monticelli doing a great job there in 3rd place. A little bit further back, we've got Bussei, Borella and Promutico all fighting over 6th, 7th, 8th place. The question is, I guess, can the 200 of Bussei stay there? Get his campaign off to a decent start, won't it? Nearing the end of the race, though, Thomas Chareyre has broken free from Pavel Kejmar. And it's going to be a perfect start for the defending champ. 5 times world champion now, Thomas Chareyre, the most successful rider in supermotard history. Making it look very, very easy at the home round. 1 or 2 back markers to deal with here. There is Kejmar. He'll be pleased with this. 22 points in the bag for him, if he can bring it home there. And, well, Monticelli disappearing. You see him just ahead of Marc-Reiner Schmidt. So Reiner Schmidt not going to make the podium here in the first race. He will be fourth. That is going to be good points, though, for the new team, SWM. There he is, number 41, Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Finished second in the championship last year to Thomas Chareyre. Milan Sitniansky on the Honda, still there in 5th place. Quite a lonely ride for him. Looking good all the same. Oh, slight mistake there as well from Promutico, I think, just in the background in that tussle that involves him with Giovanni Bussei and Edgardo Borella and Riccardo Lodigiani. But Chareyre, though, on his way out of the final turn, stands it up, pulls a pretty sensational wheelie coming out of that final turn. It's a win for Thomas Chareyre, second for Pavel Kejmar, and third for Diego Monticelli. Official confirmation coming up then. A win for Thomas Chareyre, the opening race of the season. Behind him, Pavel Kejmar, third Diego Monticelli, fourth Marc-Reiner Schmidt, and Milan Sitniansky rounding out the top 5. So far, so good for the number 4, Thomas Chareyre. Can he do it again in race 2?
We are staying here in Ottobiano, new season, new year, 2017. I changed the bike. I'm in the SWM factory team. My teammate is Edgardo Borella. We start a new project this year with SWM. We do a lot of work in the last month, make step by step the bike going better and better. We have a complete new bike. First test in January, so we start with the new frame, the new engine, the new airbox, new brakes, test different brakes, and it's a lot of work. So I'm sure it will be a great year for me and also for SWM. I know all about the track here in Ottobiano. We do a lot of tests and also the race. So I think I know about some places and some corners I can pass the other riders, also the fastest riders in the world. So we will see in the off-road or possible on the fast corners on the asphalt. I'm happy for this weekend here in Ottobiano, and we will see, I hope, on the podium.
Questo qui è il secondo anno per me con BRT.
My second year now with BRT. Last year we raced with Honda, and this year it's with SWM. It's been a real surprise. We've had a lot to develop, but my special thanks go out to SWM for the trust they've been giving me. We've been developing the bike now since last year, and we've had a good starting point, and we're constantly improving it.
Siamo qui nella pista internazionale di Ottobiano. È una
We're
pista
now here
dove
at Ottobiano International Track, where I feel quite comfortable. This year my teammate is a really good rider. He's also a European champion like me. And we share all our track and bike data, and this will help us to improve our skills. The lights go out for race 2 then, and off the front row, just taking a look over to his right is Thomas Chareyre. This time it's Reiner Schmidt there in second. third, fourth, fifth for Milan Sitniansky, just behind the 256 of Lorenzo Promutico, but getting beaten up there as well. So going backwards pretty quickly is Milan Sitniansky. Not making the most of a good start on board here in second. Marc-Reiner Schmidt going after the champ, Thomas Chareyre. This is as close as he's been to the TM all weekend. Of course, he was TM mounted last year, wasn't he? Marc-Reiner Schmidt, but involved in that new project, along with his teammate, Edgardo Borella. Chareyre, Reiner Schmidt, Pavel Kejmar, all charging through. Promutico fourth, Borella is fifth. Milan Sitniansky sixth, Monticelli down in seventh place on this opening lap. Temperatures just starting to drop now. Late stage in the afternoon. Track temperatures cooling a little bit, tyres a little bit more critical. Riders have to be a little bit more economical in terms of getting the power on at the rear wheel. But looking good so far for the number 4 once again. Starting to pull away now from Reiner Schmidt and Kejmar. Wonder how that little battle's going to shape up as this race goes on. Kejmar not letting Reiner Schmidt get too far away from him. And they've got a nice gap back to the 256 of Lorenzo Promutico. Down the order. The rest of the riders coming through. There was Jimenez going through. So Jimenez in there, inside the top 10 as you'd expect. But Marc-Reiner Schmidt still there in second. No sign of Thomas Chareyre. He's already disappeared. And is clearly leading. Might just see him through the next right. There he is on that factory TM, just popping up into view over the jumps. But this is going to be an interesting one. The 41 of Reiner Schmidt and the 71 of Pavel Kejmar still locked together in that battle for second. This one's also looking quite tasty. 256 of Promutico and Borella, followed here by Milan Sitniansky. So Sitniansky right there in 6th place. Just keeping an eye on what those two are doing ahead of him. Say battle over 4th. There's Borella in 5th on the number 20 on the SWM machine. It's been a pretty impressive debut for the new team. So far, both riders inside the top 5, with Reiner Schmidt in 2nd. Back on board here with Sitniansky. Just starting to lose a toe. Looking like it's going to be a lonely race for him, just like it was in race 1. Still plenty of time to go though, 10 laps. Up into the off-road section. On board here. Right, Reiner Schmidt and Pavel Kejmar still going at it here in 2nd place. Thomas Chareyre oblivious as to what's going on behind him. Just getting his head down and doing his own thing. Doesn't even look like he's trying, does he? The number 4, just a challenge, yeah, down the inside. Kejmar, oh, the two come together on the exit of the final corner as well. Oh, a little bit of bar-to-bar action going on there between Reiner Schmidt, who takes Kejmar wide, probably wider than he needed to. Maybe it was a case of both riders braking late. Let's have a look at that again. Reiner Schmidt are on the inside. They lock elbows coming out of the final turn. Kejmar shows him a foot going into the first turn. Then he got ran wide. Wonder if there's going to be any further ramifications from that one. Well, Schmidt has a gap at the moment over Kejmar. But he knows all too well that the number 71 is there, ready to pounce. We're on lap 6. Coming out of the final turn. On lap 7. There's Thomas Chareyre. Pulling clear. Well, that's not good. Michael Patrick parking his bike at the side of the track there, just rubbing his leg again. An aggressive move from Kejmar down the inside. Marc-Reiner Schmidt gets himself into 2nd. Had a quick nervous look over his shoulder. Well, Marc-Reiner Schmidt certainly didn't like that. Oh, charges down the inside. Oh, takes him down. Pavel Kejmar. Well, just wondering what has just hit him. Take a look at it from this angle. Well, he was already in the turn, committed. Marc-Reiner Schmidt made no attempt to make the turn. And in the end, Pavel Kejmar down on the deck and looks a little bit second-hand as well. On board here with Sitniansky and a little bit more contact there. Borella just nudging aside Promutico, and Sitniansky goes through as well. So all of a sudden, Promutico then being demoted down to 6th place as Borella looks over his shoulder and sees Sitniansky bearing down on him as they fight over 4th. There's Bussei and Jimenez. They're fighting over 8th place at the moment. Bussei has it though for now. Through the final turn. Oh, the 124 going out there. Eero Madison picking himself up, rejoining the race. Here's Chareyre though. Almost home and dry. In amongst the traffic. Will he make it 2 wins out of 2? In terms of reliability, TM haven't had any reliability issues over the past few years. Goes some way to explaining why Chareyre has in fact gone on and won 5 titles. Speed, style, reliability. Great bike underneath him. Year in, year out. Looking like it's going to be the same again in 2017. Marc-Reiner Schmidt, well, he was there last year, but I'm sure he and the team will be more than pleased if he brings it home in 2nd in the 2nd moto of the season. As we said before, a great debut, an impressive debut for the new team. Back on board here with Milan Sitniansky going after Borella. Borella on the SWM machine. These two fighting over 3rd at the moment. Now that Rainer Schmidt is in 2nd and Pavel Kejmar nowhere to be seen. That's an expensive mistake for him, wasn't it? Getting punted out of the race when he did. Could have been sitting on 22 points, maybe even 20 points, had Marc-Reiner Schmidt not got down the inside of him and got the better of him. Well, this is all shaping up to be quite spectacular now then. Closing stage of the race. There's Thomas Chareyre going through, but behind him, Borella, Sitniansky and Diego Monticelli fighting over 3rd position. Which way is that one going to go? Well, again, Thomas Chareyre, well placed. Here's Sitniansky. Well, Monticelli dives down the inside and runs wide. Sitniansky will take back over 4th place as he goes after Borella. Oh, and he gets nudged wide again by the 68 of Monticelli. So Monticelli in blue on that TM. He's hungry for a podium place here. Meanwhile, Thomas Chareyre crosses the line to make it a perfect day here in Ottobiano. Makes it win number 2. But what's going on behind him? Well, we know Marc-Reiner Schmidt was well placed and out on his own. He was there in 2nd place and still is as he rounds out the final turns. One more to go for Rainer Schmidt. He takes the flag. Oh, and you can hear the delight as well. He's up on the pegs. He's double fist pumping. But here's the battle. 3rd at the moment, Borella. Monticelli 4th. On board here with Sitniansky. Is there going to be one last move? Well, he's certainly setting it up for the final corner. Monticelli down the inside of Borella. And squeezes the SWM rider wide. And it is going to be 3rd for Diego Monticelli. A great ride then for Thomas Chareyre, making it 2 wins out of 2 here today. Marc-Reiner Schmidt came home 2nd. Diego Monticelli was 3rd, taking it in the final corner on the final lap. Borella was 4th. Milan Sitniansky was 5th. And your podium this weekend, Thomas Chareyre on the TM. Marc-Reiner Schmidt 2nd overall for SWM. And Diego Monticelli. Well, that was an important pass in the final corner. Gets him on the podium here in Ottobiano. 2 TM riders there, look. But what a great day for Marc-Reiner Schmidt and SWM. 2nd overall. And if they're already in a good place and they've got more to come, well, that means it's going to be a very interesting rest of the season. Thomas Chareyre, though, takes the winner's trophy once again. And of course, he will take the red plate. He is the championship leader after this first round here at Ottobiano.
Yeah, first time for me in European Championship. First win, so just perfect for me for the championship. I want to say big thanks to all my team for the good work, and I'll see you next time.
Good work from TM and Thomas Chareyre. Gripping it nicely on the asphalt there. But the European Championship standings then, Thomas Chareyre, Marc-Reiner Schmidt, Diego Monticelli, Edgardo Borella, Milan Sitniansky, your top 5 after round 1. And in the manufacturer standings, 9 teams now, but it's TM from SWM and Honda who are the top 3. Well, it was a great weekend of action here. Join us next time when we go to Sparta in Greece. That will be in May. My name's Paul Mellin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Bye for now.